Energy mastery is the truth of who and what you really are. Energy mastery is a spirit, is a realization of the truth of spirit from within your physical vessel. So from our true spiritual states, everybody already is an energy master. So what we call energy mastery here on earth is a person who is tuned to spirit. They can feel spirit within, they can feel spirit without as a constant. They can move in spirit. Their five senses are based in spirit. So when you're out of your body, you are an energy master. You are in an energetic form. So you're able to feel all things. Everything that's taught in my comprehensive course of energy mastery is more like a remembrance, because energy is who and what you are. This human personage, this physical body that you're in, that this reality is temporal. You're only going to be this human being for, I don't know, it's different for everybody, but roughly 20 to 80 years. Your spirit, your consciousness is eternal and dwells naturally in an energetic state. So everything that you're going to be learning through the process of energy mastery is a remembrance from within the physical body. It's overcoming the illusion of that the physical perceptions force feed us, force provide us to allow us to have a full remembrance of the truth of our being, that we are spirit, we are energy, we are one with all things through the truth of collective consciousness. So here in the physical body, we have very clear, defined borders, and that's the skin of our body. Anything that's underneath the skin of our body, we say, hey, that's ourself. And this is me. This is me, and I'm inside of a world. And I'm not the world that I'm in. The world is separate from me, because me, I'm inside my skin, and this is who I am. So that's the physical paradigm, and there's nothing that you can do to experience outside of that, apart from the discipline of energy mastery through meditation and focus exercises. And this is because our spirit, which is consciousness that naturally expresses itself as radiant spiritual energy, has fused itself to the electrical system of the human body. That's what it means to incarnate. So we have amnesia. We've completely forgotten our spiritual state because, well, first I need to finish the point that I was on. So in the physical, our sense of self ends beyond the skin, and there's nothing that we can do about that apart from the discipline of energy mastery. You can't just expand your skin and encompass the room. Although in the spiritual state, that's as easy as a flexation of your willpower. The borders of spirit are plastic. They're arbitrary. They're self-determined. So in spirit, if you want to expand and encompass more of the reality that surrounds you, it's as easy as a flexation of your imagination, as your willpower. You simply expand. When you're out of your body and in spirit, for instance, you can walk up to a tree, place your hand on that tree, and through a simple flexation of your willpower, you can just expand your presence and become the tree. Now you're your spirit, you're your body in a humanoid form, and you're the tree. You can feel every particle and every molecule within the trunk, the branches, the leaves, the roots. You can also feel every particle and every molecule within your spiritual form. So it's as simple as that. So oneness is native to the physical state. We can expand or contract at will. And this includes other beings, other beings that we're having interactions with. We can effortlessly expand our sense of self to experientially know them as being a part of ourselves. So this isn't possible from within the physical paradigm. We are stuck within a force-fed illusion through the five senses given to us by the electrical system, and it's almost impossible to break through it. Very, very few people do it accidentally, by spontaneous experiences, either with hallucinogenic drugs or sometimes extreme emotional states. That there's many different ways that experiences of spirit can happen accidentally. There's other ways where it can happen through your God-given destiny, like you were just meant to have this knowledge, so experiences happen to you whether you willed them to or not, which was the truth in my case. But the number one way that this opens up to you is through discipline, through focus, through practice of meditations and focus exercises that day after day reveal the truth of spirit to you. And even people like me, that it was, you could say, my God-given destiny, that I was given experiences, I was shown things that I didn't ask to see. And of these things that I was shown was the truth of energy. Well, I still had to do my work. I still had to do my meditations. I still had to do my focus exercises in order to grow myself into these levels of experience that God was sharing for me. So a lot of people, they hear about the idea of energy mastery, and they may believe that it exists, but then they might believe that it's a choice. Like, okay, energy mastery, that's something that I can do if I choose. And so if I choose to devote my time, which is sacred, then I can learn some amazing things by energy mastery. And a lot of people decide, that's just not for me. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time to meditate, or maybe, I'm sure with a lot of people, it's not even that complicated. Just life is so demanding. Physical life is so rough and tough and demanding that these things that in your heart that you should be doing, they tend to just fade to the background, because the foreground of what's happening in your physical life is so damn loud. Well, it's not an option. Not if you truly enjoy being a physical being, if being a human being within the limitations of your human body has been an overwhelmingly joyous experience for you, to such a degree that you can't imagine ever wanting to not be born again on earth in another life, well then yes, absolutely, energy mastery is a choice, and one that you don't need to choose, because that's exactly what will happen if you don't. Our consciousness, once again, has amnesia. We only know data within the physical range. We only know sight through the rainbow spectrum. We only know sound through 2 to 20,000 hertz. For the sum entirety of our life, and this is without the process of energy mastery, we have known nothing else. So when we die, when this body expires, we're literally drawn through the law of attraction to the next closest life within our collective consciousness that is parallel to us. So this is the perception of reincarnation, and it can go forwards, it can go backwards. You'll just shift to another life. But if you're like me, and this life on earth has been very challenging, and you haven't necessarily found all of your time within the physical body to be enjoyable. In fact, maybe if you're like me, it has contained an immense amount of suffering. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and say it like this. If you're like 95% of the spiritual community, the number one motivating factor for you to be spiritual is the hope that you will not have to return to earth and live another physical life. And that's okay. There's nothing unrighteous about that. There's nothing braver in the universe than being able to hold within your heart a positive perception of material life on earth, and to carve out for yourself a way for you to truly enjoy your time on earth, to truly enjoy your life. Earth is universally known as hell on wheels. And I know this once again, I've had thousands of out-of-body experiences. I've been to countless other worlds, and not all of them, but many of them know about Earth. And the reactions that I would get were the same across the board. Like in once the group of people found out that I was from Earth, their jaws dropped, and like the leader of the group just said, "Oh my God, you must be a very powerful being if you can survive such hell." And yeah, Earth is universally known as the roughest, as the toughest, the most difficult thing that a spiritual being can do, is to incarnate into the encumbersome, this big lumbering hulk of a dense physical body, to forget entirely your eternal nature, your spiritual being, and to be locked within a physical structure in a reality of separation. Once again, in the physical, it ends beyond the skin. That's you. So you're in separation. You're separated from the world around you. You're separated from the other people in it. Not only that, but this is a survival-based realm. You have to work, you have to scrounge, you have to eat, you need food, you need climate control. You have needs that must be met. You must survive. So you're in a separation-based, survival-based world. Like, it doesn't get any worse than that. So we begin to correct that through the arts of energy mastery, through the process of consciousness expansion. We can do two things. We can realize our spiritual nature from within the physical body and begin to have a spiritual experience from within the physical. So this world does not end beyond my skin. I can effortlessly, right now, I just became all the walls in the room. I became the floor. I can feel the particles in the floorboard. I can feel the particles in the wall. I can feel the particles in the air. I can feel the airflow moving. I can feel the slight amount of sunlight coming through the window effortlessly. When I'm with another person, I can stand back to back with them and join my soul with theirs, and then I'm inside of their body and inside of my body at the same time. I can open up in prayer and in communion, do the dance of the soul, and have this amazing experience. And not just myself, but I can activate this within other people, and you will be able to as well. So by remembering the true nature, once enough of us remember here on Earth, we'll take the survival out of the equation. If the wealthy people among us knew through direct experience that all of the other people on the planet are a part of their own soul, they would see through direct experience that the health, the happiness of their own internal vibrational state is affected and significantly affected by the happiness and the vibrational integrity of all the other beings in this collective consciousness that we call Earth. If the wealthy among us knew and understood that, there would be no poverty. There would be no people going hungry. They would quite naturally, they would have a selfish investment in the happiness and well-being of other people. And I'm not just talking about the rich there. I'm talking about the moderate or the middle class among us, and even those of us that are poor. So this will cause a great brother sisterhood, a whole new way of interacting with each other once we see through direct experience that the earth that we live in is a part of our very soul, that the integrity of our internal being, that our own health, our own happiness, our own well-being is inseparably attached to the health and the well-being of the planet. Guess what? There's our solution for pollution. There's our solution for everything that we are doing just destroying this world through our ignorance, through our skin-based separation. This will no longer be possible. People will not be able to pollute the world once they have a direct, inescapable experience that, oh my God, like the fate of the world is a part of my own fate. The health of the world is a part of my own health. This is going to take morality out of the equation. We won't need everyone to be like these upstanding, good-hearted, kind-natured people. All we'll need them to do is to have a frickin' brain. All we'll need from them is to have enough intelligence to realize through their direct spiritual experience that, hey, it pays to take care of this world. When I walk through a town, I want to see healthy, happy, smiling faces. And that is going to make me feel good. That is going to reinforce my own joy. So this will change everything. So I hope you can understand by now that energy mastery really isn't a choice. It's something that every spiritual person who has either the goal of making this life not only tolerable, but making this life spiritually pleasurable by opening your field to miracles, by opening your field of consciousness awareness to encompass the reality around you. It not only is the ticket to making this life into a pleasurable paradise, but it's also the ticket to one day accelerate and to grow beyond this, to embody yourself in other frequencies, in other realities. So I present through these facts that energy mastery really isn't a choice. It's something that each one of us knows in our hearts that we have to do. So it's good that we do it sooner than later. And I'm not the only teacher out there. I do believe that my course is either the fastest or it's one of the best fast tracks out there to learn this stuff as quickly as possible with a minimal amount of effort. But in our online learning community, the Advanced Learning Group of the Metaphysical Church, all of my materials on energy mastery are available, as well as my materials on the teachings of the Tree of Life are also available there. And it is a donation-based community, so you can choose the amount of your monthly contribution.